Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. So, I just want to get on here and give a little message and story about a little bit of piece of who I am on my style of communication and how I was raised and how I had to try and find that balance. I am Athabascan and I am Yupik. I was raised in the Athabascan village. And there was many times I was misunderstood or judged because of the way I communicate. The way I communicate naturally and comfortably is I give direct eye contact, and I also am very direct or blunt. And it's so, I don't want people to misunderstood what I'm trying to communicate. If you look at me, I have a lot of my mom's features on her Yupik side, which Yupik style of communication is very different from Athabascan style. Um, it's more soft, it's more subtle. They look down, they use facial features to help communicate. When my mom used to, you know, talk to us, all of us kids, we naturally looked at her facial expressions. Her facial expressions would tell us how she was feeling. Raise of the eyebrows meant yes, slight smile, she was comfortable. Um, Wrinkling of the nose usually meant no. Out of being respectful, if you know she didn't want to offend you, she would look at you and smile, just nod her head. That was to be respectful for what you were trying to communicate. And then you have the style I was raised with, the direct eye contact. Um, so, very straight to the point. And I really had to learn how to balance that. So, over time, I definitely have found my balance. And trust me, I am still learning how to communicate effectively without being too offensive. But I have a lot of my mom's traits when it comes to communication, especially with my facial features. My husband and my children growing up learned to look at my face and see how I was feeling or what the answer might have been. And it could have been, if I was going to say yes, they would see my eyebrows automatically start to raise. If I was going to say no, they'd see my nose or around my mouth change. So it was, um, I was like, how you know I was going to say that? My kids would be like, your eyebrows went up, mom. I don't, so they knew how to read me like a book. And that's the beautiful thing about when you have your children. They, they, they learn your communication style naturally, and it's very natural to them. I just want you to think about that is what situations have you been in where, your style of communication and how you made gestures or, what did you do that someone misjudged you or misunderstood you and you had to stop, take a moment and reflect, or in my case, sometimes apologize uh, because, you know, I hurt someone's feelings and that was not my intention. But have you ever had those communication issues? So we should all take a moment, step back, and be observant. Um, when I used to teach orientation for a company, that was one of the things I used to tell people is it's great you get in there, you get to know people, get to know who you're working with. Step back, be observant, you know, watch people. When they're comfortable and they're happy in their good place, their style of communication is completely different. And you'll learn a lot just by being observant. So take that time, you know, look around and just watch your family, your friends, your coworkers on how they communicate, especially when they're in their own comfort zone. And you learn a lot about them. Something that you may have misjudged them for, you realize, oh, that's how they talk. Oh, uh, I see now. I now see how I can approach them. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. I am still learning every day and still always trying to find new ways to communicate. So I'll be the softer, fluffier side. Uh, I talk about that also when I did orientation, you know, because when I did emails, it was very straight, blunt, you know, to the point. And my old deputy director, Julianne, used to tell me, find your softer side. I know you didn't mean what you said or how it came across, but add an emoji, a smiley face. So I used to tell people, if you ever see an email from me and I have a smiley face, and that's me adding flowers, getting softer. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of your week.